Welcome back, guys. So this is the part 2 of this video. So if you're just joining us here, check the description box for the part 1 of this video on how we drafted the pattern, okay, and then how we cut out. So on this part 2, I'm going to show us step-by-step guide on how we are going to join this whole piece together, and then how we are going to attach the mermaid skirts to the upper bodice. So guys, stay tuned. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so my back part is going to have net. Okay, so I'm still going to use net on my back part, so I'm going to fold this into 2. Okay guys, so this is it. Okay, so what we are going to do now, we are going to go ahead. I'm going to show us how we are going to be joining this whole piece together. Okay, so guys, so these are all the pieces after cutting. Okay, so I already added my hairstay to it. Okay, so these are all the pieces. This is the main fabric, this is the back. So the back is 4. Remember, like I said, I'm using it as my lining also. Okay, so this is the other one. This is the side front. Okay, and then this is the center front. So this is the skirts. This is the down part, which will be my lining. Like I said, remember I said I am using half lining. Okay, so this is my lining for the inside. Okay, and then this is the center front of the lining. Okay, so what we are going to do, one of the back piece. Okay, so bring this back. So what we are going to do, remember we actually cut out a net, okay, that we are going to add to one of the back piece. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to bring back that your net, okay, and add it on one of the back piece. Okay, so I'm going to add it here like this, then I'll do the same here. We are going to trim off the excesses. Okay, so what all you need to do is to get your gum. This is actually uhu gum. Okay, so all you need to do is to come over here, just add the gum. Be very careful, it should not be too much. Add your gum. So it should not be too much, like I said. And then we're just trying to place it together. Okay, it should be at the edge. Add it to the edge. Okay. Okay guys, so this is it. Okay, so I'll go ahead now and trim off these excesses. Okay guys, so this is it. Okay, so what you're going to do now, I'm going to take this off. So what you're going to do, you're going to bring your center front and your side front. Okay, so what you're going to do, get your pin, and then you're going to join. So place it together, make sure it's aligning there. Just make sure it's aligning here. And then come over here, make sure it's aligning also. Okay, so when you're done doing that, just go ahead and then arrange it. Okay guys, so this is it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to also pin this to this. Like I said, merge it together, make sure it's aligning. So this is it after pinning. Okay, so all you need to do is to mark out your ½ inch for joining. Okay guys, so this is it. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. I'm also going to mark ½ inch. Okay guys, so all you need to do is to join by ½ inch. Okay, and then join on the other side by ½ inch. Okay, so guys, we are going to do the same thing with the lining. this is it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and then join this whole piece together by 1/2 inch, and then I'll bring it back. So guys, this is it after sewing. Okay, so this is it after joining by 1/2 inch. Already iron out, as you can see. So, okay, so this is the second part. This is the second piece. I already also joined by 1/2 inch. So what we are going to do now, we are going to get the back piece. Okay, so you can choose to use any one as the lining. Okay, so choose whichever one you want to use as the lining. So I'm going to use this as my lining, and then I'll use this as my main fabric. Okay, so guys, so whichever one you're using as the main fabric is the one you are going to attach this back piece that will added net to. Okay, that is if you're actually sewing the same thing I'm sewing. If you are using net just like me, or lace, whatever you are using. Okay, main piece is what you're going to add this back pattern to, this back piece to, that will added this lace to. Okay, so what you're going to do, just come over here and then match it together, right side facing the right side, then go ahead and pin it down. So this is it. Okay, so you're going to come over to this other side, you're going to do the same thing, right side facing the right side, pin it down. Okay guys, so this is it. Okay, so this is it after pinning. So what you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and then join it by whatever inches you added. Okay, so I added 1 inch allowance, so I'm going to go ahead and then stitch by 1 inch, and then I'll come over here, I'll also stitch by 1 inch. Okay, so this is it for the main fabric. So I'm going to bring my lining. Remember, we added net to only one part of the piece, of the back piece. So the remaining one, what you're going to do, just come over here, do the same thing. Okay, pin down. Okay, so come over here, do the same thing. Okay, so also go ahead, join by 1 inch, and then join this other part by 1 inch. Okay, so this is it for the lining. So I'll go ahead and then join this, and then I'll bring it back. Okay, so do the same thing with this. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring it back. So guys, this is it after joining. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so I joined by 1 inch. Okay, so this is it. I went ahead to iron out, and then I did the same here. I went ahead to iron out. Then this is the main piece. Okay, so I did the same thing. Okay, so I already joined. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so I went ahead to also iron out. Okay, so guys, so what we are going to do now, we are going to create boning channel. We're going to bring in your lining. Okay, so it's our lining that we are adding our boning to. Okay, so it's not going to be on the main fabric, it's going to be on the lining. Okay, so hope this is clear. So you have to decide where you are going to add your boning. So for me, I'm going to add at the center like this, add at the center, and then I'm also going to add here. Then I'm going to also add here. I'm going to add at the center. I'm also going to add here. And then for the back, remember, like I said, we are going to add eyelets. We are adding eyelets. So I would advise you mark at 0.5 first before doing anything. So mark at 0.5. This is it. So I already marked at 0.5, depending on the type of eyelet you're using. So I want to actually demonstrate something. Okay, so when you're creating your channel, what you're going to do, you're going to sew boning like this. This mark you already created is where you are going to start it from. Okay, so this is how you're going to create it. You're going to start from this point. Okay, so you are to also create, remember, if you are starting from this point, so it's almost like we are taking off 1/2 inch. Okay, so your boning will take up to 1/2 inch. So our boning will take up to 1/2 inch. So just mark another 0.5. So this is it. So this space that we have in between is where one of the boning is going to be. Remember, this particular inches we have here, we are going to use it to join to main piece. So what you're going to do, you're going to leave out a space of 0.7. so guys, this 0.7 actually depends on the size of eyelet you're using. Okay, so it depends on the size of eyelet you're using. You can use 1 inch, you can use 0.6, you can use 0.1, whatever. Okay, so to be on the safer side, I'm going to use 0.7. Okay guys, so this is it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a boning channel here. Okay, so I'm going to add one here, and the second channel is going to start from this point. Okay, so hope this is clear. So the second one is going to start from this point. So the second one is going to start from this point. So this whole space now, I will leave out this whole of this center space for my boning, for my eyelets. Okay, so this space will be for my eyelets. So hope this is clear, guys. Hope you understand what I'm saying. Hope this is clear. So for these points, I'm going to top it here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead, and then I'm going to sew this at this point. Okay, so don't forget that you are sewing in by 1/2 inch. Always have that at the back of your mind. We are going to sew by 1/2 inch. So for the one at the middle, I'm going to start from that 1/2 inch I marked down. So stop there. So I'll add one here, pin it down. Then I'll come over here. I will also add another one. I'll also add another one here. So I'll also add another one here. So we are going to come over to this side. Okay, so we are going to do the same thing. The rest will be your choice. So if you like to, you can actually add as much as possible. Okay, so this one I added is just the main one that I know will be needing. Is compulsory that you add them. Okay, so the rest is your choice. Okay, so you can choose to add here just in case, add here. Okay, and then also add here. Okay, always take note. Remember, this is your bust region, so whatever you are doing, always calm down. Okay, always leave out space for your bust. Okay, and then come over here. You can also add here. Okay, so like I said, the rest is your choice. Okay, these ones are your choice. So these ones are your choice. These are the major ones, so the rest is your choice. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now, and then I'm going to sew this on it. I'm going to create my channel, and then I'll bring it back. Okay guys, so this is it after sewing. Okay, so sew on the lining. Okay, so this is my lining. Okay, so this is it after sewing. Okay, so this is the front. Okay, then this is the back. Okay, so like I said, you can actually add as many boning as possible. Okay, so it's actually your choice. Okay, okay, so I'm going to set it aside, then I'm going to bring in my yoke. Okay, so this is my back yoke. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to join it like this. Okay, so I'm going to bring this other part. So for this other side, so add your loop to one side of the back yoke. Add your loop to one side of the back yoke. Okay, so add your loop to one side of the back yoke. So make sure it's actually at 1/2 inches. Okay, so make sure it's at 1/2 inches. Remember, we are joining by 1/2 inch, so make sure it's at 1/2 inch. Okay, so that you just stop stitch on it. Okay guys, so this is it. Okay, join the neckline by 1/2 inch, and then join here by 1/2 inch, and then join here by 1/2 inch. Okay, so do the same thing here. Join the neckline by 1/2 inch, join here by 1/2 inch, and then join here by 1/2 inch. Okay, leave out the armhole and then leave out the down part. I hope this is clear. So I'm going to take this off, and then I'm going to bring my center yoke. This is my front yoke. Okay, so what I'm going to do for the front yoke, we are going to join only the neckline. Okay, so just sew only the neckline by 1/2 inch. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring it back. So guys, so this is it after sewing. Okay, so I just turn it over and then I iron. Okay, so when you're ironing, just place your hanky on it and then iron. Okay, don't iron directly on it. To place your hanky or any piece of fabric that you have, just place it on it and iron. Okay, so this is it after sewing. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so what we are going to do now, we are going to top stitch. Okay, so this is the inside, this is the outside. So what we are going to do, we are going to top stitch it round. Okay, so all you need to do is to top stitch by 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Okay, so come over here, do the same thing. Also come over here, top stitch, top stitch, top stitch. Okay, just top stitch by 0.1. okay, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring it back. So guys, so this is it after top stitching. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my front piece. Okay, so get the front piece. Okay, I'm going to place it like this. Okay, so place it like this and then pin down. Okay, so pin down, then take it like this. Okay, so make sure it's aligning as you go, then also pin down. And also pin down. Okay, so you're going to come over here like this, so you have to be careful. So just come over like this. Okay, also align, pin down. Pin down. So this is it. Okay, so this is it. So you're going to get the lining. Remember, we are here to add our boning. So you're going to get the lining. So what you're going to do, just spread it out like this. Okay, so bring it down like this, and then place your lining there. Match it. Okay, center to center, and then pin down. Okay, and then take it to this other side. Okay, so make sure it's actually aligning. Okay, so make sure it's aligning. Okay, so when you're done, come over to this side. Okay, so you're also going to do the same thing. So you're going to be careful. Remember, we are working with skein nets. Okay, so try as much as possible to be very careful. Okay. Okay guys, so this is it. So all you need to do is to sew by 1/2 inch. Okay, sew by 1/2 inch to this point. Okay, so you're also going to come over here. Okay, so you're also going to come over here, place this like this. So place this like this. Then you're also going to bring this, okay, so align it, come over to this other side, okay, I'm also going to turn it over like this. Bring the lining, place it on it, okay, sew ½ inch like this, then sew by ½ inch, and then sew by ½ inch, okay. So when we are done sewing, we'll be having something like this. So we'll be having something like this when we are done sewing, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and then stitch just the way I showed us, and then I'll bring it back. So guys, so this is it after sewing, okay. So this is it after sewing, okay. So this is it, okay. So what you're going to do, you're going to open it up, and then we are going to fix our cup. So it's going to be on the lining, so I'm going to fold it in, okay. So I'm going to fold it in, okay. So this is how it's going to be. So I'm going to push it in like this, then I'll go ahead and pin down. You're done pinning, just push it out like this, and then bring your front part, your front piece, okay. So just drag it down, okay, and then just drag it down, and then make sure it's sitting well, okay. So as you can see, this is already okay, okay. So as you can see, this is already okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over to the other side, then I'm also going to push it down, so I'm going to push it out, then I'm also going to check, okay. Okay guys, so this is it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, okay. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to stitch it round. So I'm going to do the same thing here, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring it back. Okay guys, so this is it, okay. So this is it, okay. So this is it. So I went ahead to lock my channel here, okay. So I went ahead to lock it here. So this is it, okay. Okay, so we are going to fix our boning. So what you're going to do, mark out ½ inch from the down part. Remember, we are going to be joining by ½ inch. Okay guys, so this is it. So after marking ½ inch, what you're going to do, get your boning, okay. So get your boning. So as I stitch my cup, as you can see, so I already lock here, as you can see. So I stitch my cup on it, so I already lock here. So just in case your own is still open, just go ahead and then stitch, okay, to actually lock it and hold it, okay. So what we are going to do, just go ahead and then take the measurement of what you have, okay. So stop it at ½ inch. Remember, we'll actually mark as that ½ inch, so stop it at that ½ inch. So go ahead and then cut out. So when you're done, go over to your ironing board, okay, and then get a hanky, place it on it. What you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and then straighten this up, okay. So go ahead and straighten it up, okay guys. So this is it. So when you're done straightening, what you're going to do, get your matches, lighter, whatever you have, and then try to on the edge, okay. This is actually to reduce the sharpness of the edge, okay. Okay guys, so when you're done, go ahead and then pass your boning through the channel, So go ahead, pass your body through the channel. So I'm going to do the same thing with the second one. Okay guys, so I already fixed all the boning, as you can see. So the boning is already inside. So what you're going to do now, come over to the shoulder. We're going to join the front shoulder and the back shoulder. Okay, so join it shoulder to shoulder. Just in case you have excesses, just trim it off. Okay, so come over here. Also join shoulder to shoulder. To do now, we're going to sew by 1/2 inch and then sew on the other side by 1/2 inch. So after sewing by 1/2 inch, go ahead, turn it over like this, right side facing the right side. Okay, right side facing the right side, then you go ahead and then join. Okay, so when you're done, just join it right side facing the right side. Okay, go ahead and join by 1/2 inch. So I'll go ahead and do that and then I'll bring it back. Guys, this is it after sewing. Okay, so this is it after sewing. My bone is still inside. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to come over here. Okay, remember we left out some inches here that we're going to use to join. So what you're going to do, you're going to come over here, join, and then come over to this other side and then join. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that and then I'll bring it back. So just join at the edge here and then come over here, do the same thing. Okay, so this is it. So I already stitched. Okay, so this is it. I just trim off the excess lithium. So what you're going to do on the lining, remember this is the main piece and then this is the lining. So what you're going to do, you're going to come over to the lining side and then you're going to pick a side and then open up. Okay, so you are going to open up. This is where we are going to bring everything out. So just come over here and then open it up. Okay guys, so open enough space. Okay, so when you're done, all you need to do is to hold it together like this. Okay, and then gently pull it out. Okay guys, so this is it. So all you need to do is to go over to your ironing board and then iron that very well. Okay, so iron that to straighten all the parts up. Okay, so just iron out to straighten them up. Okay, so when you're done ironing, go ahead and fix your eyelet in between the space we left out. When you are done fixing your eyelet, close off at this point. Okay, when you're done fixing your leg, close off at this point and then go ahead and fix your sleeve. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do this and I'll show us the outcome. Okay guys, so this is the down lining. Okay, so what I'm going to do, remember I actually used 20 inches and then I added 1 inch as my allowance for hemming. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I want to take off, remember I added, it was 20 inches then plus 1/2 inch for joining. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off 2 inches. So I'm going to fold in 2 inches. I actually think this is a bit too long for what I'm looking for. Okay, so for that I'm going to hem 1 inch in. Hope this is clear. Like I said, it's a bit too long for what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm going to be left with 19 inches. Guys, I'm going to be left with 19 inches length. Okay, so this is my choice. You have seen my finished look. If you like the same, go ahead and do the same. If you don't want it, do whatever you want. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the back part. So the same 2 inches I went up with, I'm going to also go up by that same 2 inches. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so if you don't like hemming gum, you can actually go ahead and stitch. Okay, you can actually stitch. Okay, so it's my choice. I want to use hemming gum. So if you don't want hemming gum, go ahead and use whatever you want. So you're going to bring your back piece. Okay, So you're going to place it on it. Okay, so get your gum, your uhu gum. Okay, so you're going to place it at the edge. So get the net. Okay, so carefully align it. Okay, so just place it on the middle here so you won't end up staining it. So place it on the middle here. Take one side to this side, then take the other side to this side. Okay, so be careful. Okay guys, so what you're going to do, just trim off the excesses. Okay, you know it's net, so during the course of cutting it will stretch. That is why we are having excess, so just go ahead and trim off. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, then I'm going to bring this in. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. Okay guys, so this is it. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside and then allow it to dry up. Okay, so I'm going to bring the center front. I'm also going to add my gum. So place it at the middle. Okay, so go ahead, place it. Okay guys, so this is it. Okay, so this is it. So what you're going to do, you're going to get the back piece. Okay, so get the back piece side by side. Okay, so I'm going to pin down. Okay guys, so this is it. Okay, so you're going to pin it to the end. So come over to this side, then add this also. Right side facing the right side. This is it. So what you're going to do, just go ahead and then sew by 1 inch to the down. Okay, then come over here, also jump by ½ inch to the down. Okay, so when you are done joining, go ahead and fix your zip. Okay, so just go ahead and fix your zip. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that. What we are making is an inbuilt corset, so I'm going to show us how we are going to style it. Okay, so guys, it actually depends on you at this point. It depends on what you want, so I'm just going to share with us how to actually style before we connect to the upper piece. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to get whatever you are working with, whatever you are using as your style inspiration is what we are going to use. Okay, like this. Okay, you can actually choose to do something like this. I don't know if this is showing. Okay, so you can actually choose to do something like this, then you will trim off like this. Okay, you can also choose to do something like this. You can also choose to do something like this, and then you come over here, you bring it down. Okay, so you can also choose to do something like this. Okay, so one thing I want you to take note of, is whatever you are doing, always check your upper bodice. Always check to make sure that it's actually not exceeding it. Okay, so whatever you are doing, take note of your upper bodice. That's the most important thing. As you can see, also make sure at this point is also aligning. Okay, so make sure at this point that is also aligning. Okay, so make sure it's also aligning here, and then make sure it's also aligning here. Okay, so guys, hope this is clear. So it's actually a matter of choice. It's a matter of choice. If you want, you can do it like this. You can curve it to this part. So I already added my highlights, as you can see. So we are here to add the second line, and we are going to add another line first. So what you're going to do, get your scissors, and then you are going to cut. Okay guys, so this is it. So when you are done doing that, we are going to sew another lining. This is actually a lining, so I sew another one. We are going to sew another one. The length should be shorter than the one we placed on the main fabric. Okay, so this is another lining. It's actually the same thing I use in cutting out this one. I use in cutting out this also. So I just make the length shorter, okay, and then I sew by the side. So what you are going to do now, this lining, this second lining we are going to use, we are going to wear it. We are going to put it on. So make sure it's actually on the wrong side. Okay, so make sure it's on the wrong side. And then I'm going to hold it with my pin at the back. Okay, so whatever you are doing, make sure it's actually aligning. Okay, make sure it's aligning your sides to your side. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, like I said, as you can see, the second lining, the length is actually shorter than the first one. Okay, so what you're going to do, you are going to carefully cut it according to the shape of the one you have inside. Okay, so carefully cut it. Okay guys, so this is it. So what you're going to do now, you're going to pin this together. Okay, so pin it together. So hope this is clear. So after pinning together, what you're going to do, the space you have after cutting, remember this is it after cutting, so you are going to mark it at this point. Okay, so just mark the lines you have here so that when we are tacking, you know how to tack, you know where to place it. Okay, so just go ahead, mark your chalk on the main fabric, on the main piece. Okay, so mark chalk on the main piece like this. Okay, so just mark chalk around it, because remember we are going to tack it back, so that you know where to tack and how to tack. Okay, so just mark it like this, like this, like this. Okay guys, so hope this is clear. So we are going to pull this off now, and then you are going to join by 0.2, join by 0.2, then join by 0.2. So when you come to the back, so when it's time to join the back, you're going to do the same thing. Also align it. Okay, then join by 0.2. Then when you come to the zipper side, you open it like this. You open it like this. Then push this, just our normal way of sewing. Push this to one side and then also join. Okay, so when you are done joining, so also come over here, do the same thing. Push it inward. Push it outside like this and then join. Okay, so let me pin it down the way we are going to join. So this is how you are going to join. This is how you are going to join the part. Okay, so when you get here, push this to this side and then join also. Okay, so on the zipper parts, you're also going to join like this. Okay, just bring it up like this and then join. We are going to sew like this, not sew on your zip. Okay, just sew very close to it, then stop about a few inches before where your zip ends. Okay, so we are also going to come over to this side. We are going to do the same thing. Okay, also going to do the same thing, fold this outward, and then this is it. Okay guys, so this is it. We are going to sew like this. We are removing this skirt. Remember, you are not sewing on your bodice. It's only the skirt you are sewing. This is the only thing you are sewing. You're not sewing on your bodice. Okay, this is the only thing you are sewing. So take it off sew by by 0.3 inches or 0.2. Then do the same thing here. Then come over to the back. Come over to the back. So come over to the back, do the same thing, 0.3 on the waistline, and then come over, sew very close to your zip, and then come over here, do the same thing. Okay, stop close to the last part. Stop very close to where your zip ends. Okay, and then do the same thing to this side. Okay, so guys, so hope this is clear. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this off, and then I will take it to my machine, and then I'm going to sew. Okay, so this is it. I just joined my 0.2, did the same thing on this side of the waistline, did the same thing here. Okay, and then on the zipper side, as you can see, I top stitch also, and then I did the same thing here. Okay, so cut off the excess zip. Okay, so cut off the excess zip, and then what you're going to do, you're going to turn this to the right side. Okay. So guys, so this is it. Okay, so this is what you'll be having. Okay, so this is the back. Okay, so I'm going to zip this off. Okay, so this is it. So what I'm going to do now, go over to your ironing board and then iron out, okay, so that it will lay well. Okay, so just go over to your ironing board and gently iron out. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll wear it on my dummy. Okay, so what you're going to do now, wear it on your dummy, or if you are sewing it for a client, whoever, just wear it on the person. I'm going to lock it at the back. I'm going to zip it at the back. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to arrange this carefully. Okay, so make sure it's aligning. So what we are going to do now, we are going to pack. Okay, so we are going to pack. Okay, so you are going to be needing a needle and thread. Like I said, make sure it's aligning side by side. The side of your top and the side of your skirt should be aligned. Okay, I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and pack. So guys, so I had to forward this because it actually took a while. So all you are going to do is for you to actually tack around the chalk we already marked. Okay, that chalk is actually a guideline on how we are going to tack. Okay, so just follow the chalk you mark on the bodice round. Okay, so as you are tacking, do where to arrange. So like I said before, this actually took a while, so I had to like actually forward, or else we'll end up with part 3. Okay, so I have to just do what I have to do, so it won't be more than part 2. Okay, so thank you so much guys. So just tack, then this is it. So what we'll be doing, like I said at the beginning of this video, that we'll be needing crystal. Okay, so this is crystal, so we are going to use this to cover our stitches. Okay, the tag that we tack, we are going to use this crystal to actually cover it up. Okay, So I'm going to start from here. Okay, so when you are done, pick about 2. Okay, so when you are done, pick about 2. So pick about 2. What you are going to do, you are going to beat this along the point we tagged. So along the point we tagged is where you are going to beat this. Okay. Okay guys, so just go ahead and then bead around the stitch we'll tack with. Okay, you can actually use applique or trimmings, whatever you have. Okay, so I'm going to actually stop filming, guys. So guys, like I said, I'm going to stop filming. Okay, so what I just want you to know is how to actually make an inbuilt, how to attach it. Okay, so the rest will actually be on you. So what you are going to do, just bead around and then style with whatever you have. So the materials I use applique, I use mirror, I use sand bead, and then I use crystal. Okay, so this is the end of this video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Just bead around and then start with whatever you have. Okay, so thank you so much. I'm going to share the finished look with us. So guys, here comes the finished look. So I went ahead to start with my applique, my mirror, my sand bead, and my crystal. Okay, so guys, so go ahead and start with whatever you have available, and then if you have any question, feel free to ask. Thank you so much for watching. See you on my next video. Thank you.